Political drama takes a hold on Maldives. Opposition looks to impeach the speaker. The military surrounded the speaker's chair in Maldives, blocking the opposition's move to impeach the Speaker of the House. Security officers have pushed parliamentarians back from speaker's chair and have formed a line in front of it. Opposition parliamentarians' demonstration within the chambers is still ongoing. Previously, the Moldavian army had locked down country's parliament after the opposition vowed to move ahead with a vote against key ally of President Abdullah Yamin in March. The opposition's attempt to impeach Speaker Abdullah Masih had ended in chaos, with the army removing some lawmakers from parliament. And on this issue, I am joined by my colleague Padma. Padma, it's over to you.
Yeah, Eva, Abdullah, this is the senior foreign editor Padma Rao at WION. We just saw those shocking visuals that you sent us. What is going on there, Eva? Are you inside the parliament? Are the MDP members inside the parliament?
You would have seen what happened Monday last week when the military surrounded the parliament, entered the parliament. Military and soldiers and policemen entered the parliament and forcibly removed members of parliament, or rather the opposition, from parliament. Since then, the parliament had been under military blockade, and we were allowed. A new session of parliament was announced for today. So we entered the chambers, but we found that the military was inside the chambers. Over 30 odd soldiers inside the chambers surrounding the speaker's seat. Now, the House procedures says, and the Constitution basically says that security forces, yes, they should guard the security of the building, but they should also guard the security of members of Parliament. House procedures allow the Speaker to ask for security forces to remove MPs after announcing their name 3 times in Parliament during session. However, today we found that soldiers had entered the Parliament even before the session had started. What we find is that President Yamin, having lost his majority in Parliament, is attempting to conduct Parliament without letting opposition inside the Parliament, and for that he's using soldiers. And the whole day today we've seen soldiers inside the Parliament. Inside the chambers, outside the chambers have been entirely taken over by the military. The government has repeatedly tried to say that the Parliament is not under military watch. But it's very clear, you would have seen from the footage, today soldiers in plain clothes, in black, in the safari suits, but it's very clear that it's soldiers who are maintaining Parliament for President Yamin at the moment.
What exactly, Eva, could you reiterate what exactly the charges are against the Speaker, whom the MDP and most of the opposition wants to see impeached?
Yeah, a number of issues. Most fundamentally, the Speaker has been very much part of enabling President Yamin to abuse their majority in Parliament, to encroach a number of fundamental rights guaranteed by the Constitution and by our laws. The government, when they had majority, amended a number of laws, including the Freedom of Assembly Act, press freedom, freedom of speech, etc., to take away a number of fundamental rights from the people. You know about the disappearance of journalist Rilwan in 2014, and then the murder of liberal blogger Yamin Rashid this year. The opposition and people of the Maldives submitted petitions with over 5,000 signatures calling for satisfactory investigation into these events, and these were thrown out by the Speaker of Parliament. He's refused to. He's cut down opposition's, refusing to allow opposition to speak in Parliament. A number of issues as such.
Eva, could you describe the level of support the Maldivian Democratic Party has? Because I hear that it's a pretty even consensus across all members of the opposition. Is the opposition pretty unified? I mean, almost all of it against President Yamin.
The opposition is very unified. Since President Gayoom withdrew his support for President Yamin earlier in the year, the opposition has been very unified. We are the largest party in the country, Maldivian Democratic Party, with Jamhuri Party and with President Maumun's faction of PPM working together, and Adalat Party as well. against President Yamin. Now, President Yamin has lost the support of all his allies who actually brought him to power. He has lost parliamentary majority, and the opposition has gained that majority now. From the local council elections held 2 months back, I think that was a good indication of the level of support, or rather the lack of it, President Yamin now enjoys in the Maldives. The opposition gained over 60% of that vote, which is largely seen by both the government and the opposition as a midterm vote on President Yamin's rule. As I said, that vote is an indication of public view of President Yamin's governance, and the loss of majority in Parliament is another very good indication. The opposition is very unified. We're working together. Our first step is to impeach the Speaker of Parliament, who has allowed President Yamin to abuse parliamentary majority. But that's the first step. Once we are able to impeach the Speaker of Parliament, we hope to restore the fundamental freedoms taken away. We hope to hold the Elections Commission and all the other independent commissions accountable, including the Judicial Services Commission.
Eva, just one last question. What is the next step that you're likely to take? And is there a fear of violence erupting? Because violence is not unknown, and especially because the visuals we are seeing indicate that the police and the security forces seem to be backing President Yamin.
I'm not sure if the security forces will back President Yamin or if they are backing President Yamin, but certain officers within these forces are for now backing President Yamin. And what we have seen over the last week is that President Yamin, there's no unconstitutional or illegal methods that he would not resort to maintain his power grip, especially given that he has no public support. If the security forces continue to attack members of parliament to do President Yamin's bidding, and if they continue to harass and intimidate and beat the public and journalists as they have been for the past week, violence looks like violence will erupt.
Very much, Eva Abdullah, for joining us from the Maldives. Please stay in touch with us. We'd like to know what's going on. And with that, I hand it back to my colleague in the studio, Kartikeya Sharma.
Thank you, Padma.